Thank you for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. This here, a big event, not a named system. I don't expect it to become a named system, but you can see it here, the buildup of rain. And we've been talking about this for about 7 days now, and that's exactly what is happening near Honduras, Nicaragua, watching the islands right in through here, back through Costa Rica, and not in a scary way, but this is a life-threatening flooding situation, and a couple of reasons why. One, obviously there's going to be a ton of rain and a mudslide threat, and this is once again going to impact some of the same areas that Sarah impacted with some very heavy rain. So I'll get to the totals in just a minute, but it is this spot we're watching here, and I'll cover the Caribbean. We're going to see some changes across the Caribbean with a front getting closer. Bigger picture, these fronts have been dropping through, coming out of Canada in the U.S., a huge snow event near parts of a lake effect snow, parts of New York, Pennsylvania, and even across parts of Canada, just some massive snow up there. I'll show you that in a moment, but let's get back to this. This is the first thing, the main thing that we're watching, and you can see for yourself these totals just over the next 3 days. You see this white shading, black and red shading in here. That would be some rain totals up to 8 inches of rain or 200 millimeters of rain closer to the water. So Costa Rica, Panama, as we get back toward the Caribbean side, that's where we'll see some higher totals of 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. As we get to the north, same thing. Nicaragua, we get over toward the Corn Islands, San Andres, Providencia, for example, we're going to see some of these totals of 6 to 8 inches of rain or 150 millimeters to 200 inches of some rain. And then we swing back toward Honduras. Once again, look at that yellow shading. I'm hoping this doesn't shake out, but this is a possibility that we could see some spots approaching 250 millimeters of rain, 10 inches of rain. So now you see what I've been talking about for days and days as we've been tracking this rain building. And this is right where Sarah hit with upwards of 40 inches of some rain. We're not going to see that. But again, this is just such a hot spot throughout the hurricane season. And now in the off season, now that the hurricane season is done, still seeing that moisture around. Now, for us in Belize, heaviest rain should be just to the south and east, but I'm going to keep an eye on it, especially Punta Gorda up toward Big Creek, as some of this rain could get a little bit closer. And then Guatemala and El Salvador, most of the rain will be off to the east. So let's start here with that first. And you can see it, and watch this, how we're talking about days and days of rain right in through here. And then as the week goes on, the northern Caribbean, a better chance of some rain. Still watching out for some flooding parts of Guyana, Suriname. And we did have some showers for some of us in parts of Trinidad and Tobago yesterday and last night. But this here is by tomorrow afternoon. Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. Look at all that rain. Watch how it just sits there. This is the big issue. This is by the time we get into Tuesday, generally the same picture. Now I'll show you the winds in a second, how that plays into this, but we're going to see these fronts dipping back toward the northern Caribbean. So not only rain in Central America on Wednesday, but as we get back toward the northern Caribbean, it's going to pick up again. So watching the Turks and Caicos, Haiti, over toward the Dominican Republic, a better chance of rain, and we may eventually get some of those showers back through Puerto Rico as we work our way into Wednesday. We need to get some rain in parts of Puerto Rico. So let me show you the big picture, how it ties in with the fronts. We have one front that moved off to the east of Bermuda here, passing by the Bahamas with some chilly nights. Strong northwesterly flow coming out of Canada over the Great Lakes, giving those huge rain totals, or excuse me, snow totals, feet of snow, lake effect snow, parts of western sections of Pennsylvania, western sections of parts of New York, and then even back toward parts of Canada, just huge amounts of snow. Now, I want to look ahead here, as we get deeper into the upcoming week, this is by Thursday, another big front sliding by, more cold air. And I bring this up too because these fronts are going to sink closer and closer to us in the Caribbean. And then eventually, as we go throughout this month, we'll be tracking some more significant cool downs on the way, the Christmas winds, all that good stuff that will be moving in. So I'll be able to time that out for you. But looking here, there's that lake effect snow, small pockets, but a lot of it right in through here. There's one front that is moving away from Newfoundland. So most of the rain today pulling off toward the east. east, and we'll get clipped by some snow showers and some rain showers, Avalon Peninsula the next few days. But looking ahead, this here is by Thursday. There's that next front moving in, coming out of Quebec, so parts of New Brunswick, over toward Newfoundland, some snow and some rain as well in spots. We've got another big front moving in, and these will clip by parts of Bermuda and the northern Bahamas. Now, back to this area I'm watching in the Western Caribbean. I'm not seeing signs that it will develop into something tropical. You could still get some tropical formation even in the off season now that we're out of the hurricane season. But you see here the European model gives this area a 5, maybe 10% chance of developing into a tropical storm. I've been watching all the models. I'm not seeing that. But let's get to the wave heights and then kind of look forward. As far as the winds go, everything kind of converging in this area coming out of the north and out of the east. And that is building those swells and seas as we go throughout the week. You see here, this is working our way into Tuesday. We're going to see, look at that. You see everything just very choppy, if not rough, across the Western Caribbean, even Central Caribbean, watching that significant chop with these old fronts back toward the southern Bahamas, Atlantic waters, also on the rough side. So 2 to about 3 meters as far as the seas are concerned, everything building as we go throughout the week. Now, getting back to these rain totals, not much northern sections yet, but as I mentioned, as the week goes on, we're going to see some of the rain building across parts of the northern Caribbean, Jamaica and the Cayman Islands. We could see a few scattered showers the next few days. I'll show you that with the forecast in a second. Could get a couple passing showers, maybe 25 millimeters or an inch of rain. And then I'll be watching Haiti and the Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos later in the week, rain chance building, but not much. The blue showing up saying, hey, maybe we could get a passing shower. Puerto Rico, U.S. British Virgin Islands, Anguilla, Antigua, and Barbuda. Same thing, Dominica, South or Trinidad and Tobago. Our rain chance isn't high the next few days. St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent the Grenadines, and Grenada. Martinique, we may get a passing shower. But as we get from Trinidad south, that's where the totals are higher. Right near the water, Suriname and Guyana, where we could get a 3-day total of 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. So I mentioned that possibility of additional flooding. Parts of Guyana and Suriname, of course, watching this. I zoomed down to this earlier with those very high totals. Guatemala and El Salvador and much of Belize back through Mexico, not as much. Heaviest rain would be just off to the east. So you see Mexico City lifting up toward Texas. Not much in the way of rain, just watching those fronts. But a 40 to 50% chance of scattered showers possible across Jamaica. Let me know if you do get anything throughout the day. And you see in the Cayman Islands, rain chance 40% today, down to a 20% chance for tomorrow. 50% chance of some scattered showers. Already had some of that last night and very early this morning in Trinidad and Tobago. And then our rain chance is going to drop off. And you see in Barbados early in the week, the rain chance is not super high. Barbados back through St. Lucia, 20, maybe 30% chance of getting a shower. 20% chance today in Grenada, 10% chance tomorrow. Mainly dry with lots of sunshine. Same thing, St. Vincent the Grenadines. The rain chance at a minimal, 20%. Builds a little bit as we work our way into tomorrow in Martinique. About a 40% chance of a shower and up to a 50% chance of a shower in Dominica tomorrow. Just with that easterly flow, we may get a couple moving in the next 3 days, today into the upcoming week. 30 to 40% chance across Guadeloupe. Antigua, Barbuda, rain chance small today. 30 to 40% chance in the upcoming week. And you see that as well. St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat, mainly dry for today. Rain chance 20 to 30%. That's it. Anguilla and St. Bart's, passing shower over the next 3 to 4 days. And that rain chance not very high. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia, 20% today. 20 to 30% chance, very isolated in Puerto Rico. But later into the upcoming week, we'll see that rain chance bumping up. Rain chance 10, maybe 20% over towards St. Thomas, Tortola, St. Croix. The Bahamas, we're looking at a very minimal chance, mainly southern Bahamas, a couple showers possible. And then as we get into the middle of the week, you see right there, Turks and Caicos, rain chance by Tuesday will be up to a 50% chance, 30% chance the next 3 days in the Dominican Republic, a 20 to 30% chance the next 3 days in Haiti, 40% chance in Belize. Again, heaviest weather just off to the southeast, but I'll be monitoring that. Aruba, rain chances down. We could still get a small shower passing by Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, but that rain chance not very high. But Guyana, closer to the Atlantic, that's where that rain chance is higher, a 60% chance, an 80% chance northern sections of Suriname for today. Let me know how you're doing if you do get any flooding. Cuba, we're generally on the dry side. Rain chance, I was mentioning that. Costa Rica, Panama, closer to the Caribbean, that's where the rain chance will be higher the next several days. Watching out for that flood potential, especially eastern Nicaragua, closer to the Caribbean, and watching that flood potential that we've been highlighting in parts of Honduras. But then we swing back to the west, Guatemala, El Salvador, that rain chance on the low side, just 20 to 30%. Mexico City, we're mainly dry with some of the cool nights. Rain chance 20% across the Yucatan Peninsula. That's it. 40 to 50% chance in northern Colombia and about a 30% chance in northern Venezuela. And then Bermuda throughout the week, it'll just be kind of timing out the fronts. We'll have some dry days. Then we'll see a front trying to move in with a chance of some showers, which we'll do tomorrow. So the dangerous flood threat, it continues to build in parts of Central America. Multiple days of rain. The mudslide threat, I showed you the very high totals. Please be safe. It is a life-threatening kind of flood situation. So watch out for those rivers, those river crossings. No signs of tropical development. And then eventually into the upcoming week, the rain will be building in the northern Caribbean, and I'll be watching out for some new fronts getting closer. Be safe across Central America. With this flooding, I'll be going through the comments throughout the day. Have a good rest of your day.